Have you ever had a thought that made you feel angry or anxious or even worthless? And then before you knew it, that one thought became your mood, your day, your reality. But what if I told you, you are not your thoughts? Let that sink in for a second. You are not your thoughts. From the moment we wake up, the mind starts talking. I'm so tired. I'm not good enough. She doesn't care about me. What if I fail? Why is life so unfair? Thoughts racing like cars on a highway. Loud. Constant. Never ending. And what do we usually do? We believe them. We act on them. We feel them in our chest, our breath, our voice. And slowly we lose control. Because instead of us using the mind starts using us. Here's the truth most people don't realize. Just because you think something doesn't mean it's true. Your brain produces 60,000 to 70,000 thoughts every single day. That's nearly one every second. Now ask yourself, are all those thoughts helpful? Kind? Even real? No. Most are repetitive. Most are fear-based. And many are lies you've unconsciously accepted. Think of it like this: your thoughts are like clouds in the sky. Some are dark. Some are light. Some stay longer. Some just pass by. But you are the sky. Constant. Clear. Infinite. The clouds may cover it for a moment, but they are not the sky. So how do you stop being a slave to your thoughts? You observe them. This is one of the most powerful practices you can learn. The next time you feel a strong emotion, pause. Don't react. Just watch. Ask yourself, what am I thinking right now? Where did this thought come from? Is it helpful, or is it just noise? You'll notice something strange. As soon as you observe a thought, it loses its power. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. Fear disappears. Clarity enters. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine a student gets low marks in an exam. Immediately, the thoughts begin. I'm stupid. My future is ruined. My parents will be disappointed. I'll never succeed. But are these facts? No. They are just emotional reactions. Echoes of past fear. Noise in the brain. If the student pauses, observes, and reflects, the story changes. Okay, I didn't do well this time. What can I improve? What lesson can I take from this? Same situation. Different mind. That's the power of observation. If you want to train the skill, start with meditation. Meditation doesn't mean chanting on a mountain. It simply means sitting still and watching your thoughts. No judgment. No reaction. Just watch. You'll realize how noisy your mind is. And slowly, with practice, you'll realize that you are not the noise. You are the silence behind it. Even 5 minutes a day can change your entire mental state. Your thoughts do not define you. You are not the fear. You are not the anxiety. You are not the self-doubt. You are the witness of it all. And when you become the observer, you take back your power. You stop reacting. You start responding. You stop being controlled. You start leading. So the next time a negative thought comes in, don't fight it. Don't follow it. Just observe it like a cloud passing in the sky. Because you are the sky. Always clear. Always present. Always free. We explored a simple but powerful truth. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer, the awareness behind them. But now comes the question. If I'm not my thoughts, then where should I live? The answer is simple yet profound. Live in the present moment. Because real peace, real control begins here. Right now. Mindfulness isn't just meditation. It's not about sitting in silence for hours with your eyes closed. It's about being fully present right here, right now. It's about feeling your breath, tasting your food, listening without planning your reply, walking without your mind running in 10 directions. Mindfulness is the art of waking up to the life you're already living. Because let's face it, most of us are not living, we're just thinking. Thinking about the past, worrying about the future, regretting, comparing, planning, analyzing. And in the process, we miss the only thing that's real. The present moment. Imagine this. You're sitting alone sipping a cup of tea. But instead of enjoying the warmth, the aroma, the quiet, you're lost in thought. A fight with a friend. A deadline at work. Something you said yesterday that keeps echoing in your head. You finish the tea, but you never tasted it. That's what most of life becomes: automatic, unconscious, forgotten. Now imagine the same scene mindfully. You take a breath. You feel the warmth of the cup in your hand. You notice the scent. You take a sip, slow, aware, present. And suddenly it's not just tea. It's peace. That's the magic of mindfulness. So how do you practice mindfulness? Let me show you some simple, practical tools you can use anytime. 1. Breath awareness. Your breath is your anchor. It's always in the present. Try this, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and slowly let it out. Now do it again. Focus only on the breath. If your mind wanders, that's okay. Gently return. Just 3 conscious breaths can reset your entire nervous system. 2. Body scan. Bring attention to your body from head to toe. Feel the weight of your feet. The tension in your shoulders. Notice without judgment. 3. Walking meditation. Walk slowly. With every step, feel your feet touch the ground. Notice the wind, the sound of leaves, the rhythm of your walk. Don't walk to reach a destination. Walk to meet the moment. 4. Mindful eating. Next time you eat, put away your phone. Take a bite and actually taste it. Chew slowly. Be present with every flavor. This isn't just spiritual theory. Modern science backs this up. Studies from Harvard, Stanford, and other institutions show that mindfulness reduces anxiety and depression. It improves memory and focus. It even strengthens parts of the brain related to emotional regulation. Mindfulness changes your brain and your life. And the best part? You don't need apps, or retreats, or silence. You just need to return to this moment. Again and again. Start small. You don't need to change your entire routine. Just insert presence into what you already do. While brushing your teeth, feel the water, the brush, the movement. While waiting in traffic, instead of grabbing your phone, take 3 breaths. While washing dishes, listen to the sound of water. Watch the soap bubbles. These are not distractions from life. They are life. And the more moments you wake up to, the more control you take back from your chaotic mind. Let me share a short story. A student once asked a monk, "Master, what is your secret to peace?" The monk smiled and said, "When I walk, I walk. When I eat. When I sleep, I sleep." The student was confused. "That's what everyone does," he said. "No," the monk replied. "When others walk, their minds are thinking. When they eat, they are distracted. When they sleep, they dream of stress. But me? I am here. Fully here. Always." When you practice mindfulness, you don't just gain peace. You gain presence. And presence is the gift we're all searching for. To feel alive again. To stop time. To remember what it means to just be. No pressure. No fear. Just you in the moment in front of you. So here's your challenge for today. Take 10 minutes, just 10, and do something mindfully. No music. No phone. No multitasking. Just be there fully. Feel. Breathe. Live. And when you do, you'll start to realize something beautiful. You were never lost. You were just distracted. And mindfulness is the way home. So we talked about mindfulness. Being present. Aware. Grounded. But mindfulness doesn't end on a meditation cushion. It begins there, but it's what you do next that really matters. Because even the most peaceful mind can be polluted. If you're not careful with what you allow in, what you feed your mind becomes your reality. And in this world, there is no shortage of mental junk food. Imagine your mind as a garden. Thoughts are seeds. Some are beautiful, like peace, confidence, purpose. Some are weeds, like fear, doubt, envy, and anger. But where do these seeds come from? Simple. Whatever you consume plants the seeds. Every article you read. Every video you watch. Every conversation you entertain. All of it is input. And every input creates an output. You can't expect peace when you feed your mind with panic. You can't expect confidence when you scroll through self-comparison. You can't expect clarity if your world is full of noise. Think about it like food. If you eat junk every day, your body becomes weak, tired, inflamed. Now imagine feeding your mind that same junk daily. Negativity. Gossip. Constant outrage. Toxic people. What happens? Your thoughts get bloated. Your emotions become heavy. And your decisions? Clouded. Now ask yourself, what's your mental diet? Because you can go to the gym. You can meditate. But if you're feeding your mind garbage, you're just building muscles over poison. Let's get honest. 1. The news cycle. Most modern news is not information, it's fear. Headlines scream. Anchors argue. Every update is urgent. Why? Because fear sells. Outrage clicks. Now here's the truth. You don't need to know everything. You need to know what serves your growth. Instead of checking news 10 times a day, check once. From a trusted source. Take what's useful. Leave the rest. 2. Social media scrolling. Ever notice how you feel after scrolling for 30 minutes? Tired. Anxious. Empty. Why? Because your brain just consumed hundreds of opinions, faces, as comparisons without a break. It's not social. It's not relaxing. It's mental chaos. You don't have to quit social media, but you can control it and follow what drains you. Mute what doesn't serve you. Place endless scrolling with intentional browsing. 3. Toxic people. This one's hard but necessary. You become like the people you surround yourself with. If you're always around pessimism, you start seeing problems in everything. If you're around gossip, you start judging more and trusting less. Protect your energy. Distance is self-respect and not hate. So if we limit the bad, what should we invite in? 1. Books. Books are quiet mentors. They don't shout. They don't argue. They teach. Read 10 pages a day. One idea could change your life. Start with personal growth, mental clarity, stories of resilience. 2. Podcasts. Turn your commute into a classroom. Instead of random playlists, listen to people who elevate your thinking. People who talk about discipline, focus, purpose, psychology, business, healing. You'll be surprised what you absorb. 3. Mentors and role models. Look around. Who do you admire? Who has the peace you want? The mindset you admire? Follow them. Study them. Mirror them. Your role models are your mental GPS. Let's get tactical. Morning rule. Don't touch your phone for the first 30 minutes after waking up. Why? Because your brain is in a sensitive state like wet cement. Whatever you expose it to leaves a mark. Instead, start with silent store journals or a few deep breaths. Evening detox. Replace late night scrolling with a book. Or write down your thoughts. Give your brain space to breathe. Weekly audit. Ask yourself every Sunday, what made me feel heavy this week? Who trained me? What helped me grow? What do I want more of? And adjust your inputs accordingly. There was a young entrepreneur, always stressed, overwhelmed, drained. He didn't know why, until he realized his first and last hours of the day were controlled by his phone. Social media, emails, news, notifications. He made one small change. No phone for the first hour after waking and the last hour before sleep. In just 1 week, his clarity improved. He started journaling, reading, reflecting. That one change changed everything. What you allow in shapes what comes out. Imagine your mind like a temple. Would you let anyone walk in it and scream? Would you allow people to dump garbage inside? Then why let negative voices, news, tweets, drama live rent-free in your head? You are the gatekeeper of your mind. No one else. So start acting like it. Be ruthless with your inputs, so you can be peaceful with your thoughts. Here's a truth worth remembering every day. You can't control everything around you, but you can always control what you let in. So today, choose one thing to let go of, one account to unfollow, one conversation to skip, one book or podcast to start. Because in the end, your inputs shape your identity, and your identity shapes your future. Change your identity, not just your habits. We all want to change something about ourselves. I want to be more productive. I want to eat healthier. I want to wake up early. I want to stop procrastinating. But here's the problem. Most people try to change by forcing new habits, without ever changing the identity underneath. And that's why they fail. Because no matter how hard you try to change your actions, if your self-image stays the same, your old patterns will return. Let me ask you something. Have you ever tried to build a habit and then quit? Maybe you started waking up early for a few days. Maybe you went to the gym for a week. Maybe you tried journaling and then forgot. And when you failed, you told yourself, maybe I'm just not disciplined. Maybe I'm not the kind of person who can stay consistent. But that's the trap. You didn't fail because your habit was weak. You failed because your identity didn't change. You were trying to act like a disciplined person, but deep down you still believed you were lazy. In Atomic Habits, James Clear explains something powerful. There are 3 levels of change. Outcomes what you want. Lose weight, write a book, get fit. Process is what you do. Go to gym, write daily, eat healthy. Identity who you believe you are. I'm a healthy person, I'm a writer. Most people focus only on the first 2. They focus on goals and routines. But the deepest and most lasting change, it happens when you change who you believe you are. Here's how it works. Every action you take is a vote for the kind of person you want to become. If you write 1 page, you're voting, I'm a writer. If you meditate for 5 minutes, you're voting, I'm calm and centered. If you skip the workout, you're voting, I'm someone who gives up. Your habits are not just actions. They are proof of identity. So when you say, I want to be focused, that's a weak identity. But when you say, I am a focused person, that's power. Because now your actions will align with your self-image. Let's look at a real example. 2 people are trying to quit smoking. Someone offers them a cigarette. The first one says, no thanks, I'm trying to quit. The second one says, no thanks, I'm not a smoker. See the difference? One is fighting their old identity. The other has already become someone new. And that's why the second one is more likely to succeed. So how do you change your identity? Not overnight. Not with affirmations alone, but with small wins. Daily repetitions. Actions that build evidence. Here's the formula. Decide the type of person you want to be. Then prove it to yourself with small wins every single day. Let's say you want to become a focused person. You don't need to meditate for an hour. Start with 5 minutes of deep work. Put your phone away for 20 minutes. Celebrate small victories. Each time you follow through, you cast a vote. And over time your brain begins to believe, this is who I am now. Stop saying, I want to lose 5 weeks. Start saying, I'm a healthy person who makes good choices. Stop saying, I want to read more books. Start saying, I'm a reader, I enjoy learning. Stop saying, I want to stop procrastinating. Start saying, I'm someone who finishes what I start. Because the goal is not just to run a marathon. The goal is to become a runner. Not just write a book, but become a writer. Not just meditate sometimes, but become a mindful person. Identity is the foundation. Everything else is built on top. The brain doesn't change with theory. It changes with repetition. Think of it like walking through a field. The first time you walk, the grass is tall. The path isn't clear. But the more you walk that path, the clearer it becomes. That's how identity works. The more you live in alignment with your desired self, the easier it becomes to act like that person. So don't wait to feel motivated. Don't wait for big wins. Show up. Repeat. Reinforce. Here are a few things you can do daily. 1. Start your day with identity affirmation. Don't just say, I will try to focus today. Say, I'm a focused person, I respect my time. 2. Create a small morning win. One tiny action to prove your identity. Even 5 minutes of journaling or a cold shower builds belief. 3. Keep a habit tracker. Not to impress others, but to watch your new self taking shape 1 check mark at a time. 4. Remove old labels. Stop saying I'm always late. Stop saying I'm lazy. Even as a joke, your brain listens. Speak the identity you want to grow into. Here's what no one tells you. You don't have to be the person you were yesterday. You don't have to carry the same story forever. Yes, maybe you used to quit things. Maybe you struggled with focus. Maybe you failed many times. But you're allowed to be new. Every moment is a vote. A new chance. The question is, what kind of person are you voting for? So the next time you want to change something about your life, don't start with a goal. Start with a question. Who do I want to become? Then, take small action. Cast daily votes. And let your new identity form from the inside out. Because when your identity changes, your habits will follow. Not out of pressure, but out of alignment. Because it's no longer what you do. It's who you are. We often hear about eating healthy food to nourish our bodies. But have you ever stopped to think, what are you feeding your mind? Because just like your body needs good food, your mind needs good content. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions all grow from what you consume mentally every day. If you feed your mind junk, your mood, your energy, your decisions will reflect that. But if you feed your mind nourishment, you'll build resilience, clarity, and peace. Today, let's talk about creating a mental diet, a daily practice that protects your mind and helps it thrive. Imagine your mind as a garden. If you keep watering, weeds, they'll grow wild. If you nourish the flowers, they'll bloom. A mental diet means consciously choosing what to allow in. It's about feeding your mind positive, meaningful, and growth-oriented content. And just like physical food, it requires daily care and attention. Reading is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to feed your mind. But not just any reading. Choose books that inspire you. Books that teach new skills, challenge your thinking, or share stories of triumph. Even just 5 to 10 minutes a day can change your brain. Think of it like exercise for your mind. Each page builds your mental muscles. Let me share an example. Warren Buffett, one of the richest people in the world, reportedly spends 80% of his day reading. Why? Because knowledge compounds. Even a few pages a day can plant ideas that transform your life. Journaling is more than just writing. It's a mental detox. When you put your thoughts on paper, you organize them. You uncover hidden emotions. You release stress. You discover clarity. Imagine your mind as a cluttered room. Journaling is like opening the windows and letting fresh air in. Don't worry about grammar or style. Write honestly. Write freely. Even just 5 minutes can help you understand yourself better. Here's a simple journaling prompt to start. What am I feeling right now? What's one thing I learned today? What's one thing I'm grateful for? Over time, journaling rewires your brain for self-awareness and calm. Gratitude is like sunshine for your mental garden. When you focus on what you're thankful for, your brain shifts from scarcity to abundance. It reduces anxiety. It increases happiness. Try this. Every morning, list 3 things you are grateful for. They can be small: a cup of tea, a kind word, the sun on your face, or big: family, health, opportunities. The more you practice, the more you'll notice blessings you never saw before. Gratitude doesn't deny problems. It simply trains your mind to look for the good amidst the bad. Schedule your reading. Pick a time in morning, lunch break, or before bed. Make it a ritual. Keep a book or e-reader handy. Set a journaling reminder. Write in your journal daily, even if it's just a few sentences. You can do this digitally or on paper. Start a gratitude journal. Keep a separate notebook or app just for gratitude. Review your entries weekly to boost your mood. Limit negative input. As we discussed earlier, be mindful about what you watch, read, and listen to. Replace negative content with uplifting or educational material. Let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah was overwhelmed and anxious. Her days felt chaotic. She decided to change her mental diet. She started reading 1 chapter of a self-help book every morning. She journaled 3 sentences each night about her day. She wrote down 3 things she was grateful for every evening. Within a month, Sarah noticed a shift. Her anxiety lessened. Her thoughts felt clearer. Her outlook became more positive. Her mental garden began to flourish. Remember, your mind is a garden. You are the gardener. You choose the seeds you plant. If you want peace, feed your mind peaceful thoughts. If you want joy, feed your mind with gratitude. If you want growth, feed your mind with knowledge. Your mental diet shapes your mood, your actions, and ultimately your life. So choose wisely. Conclusion: daily challenge and closing. Today, I challenge you. Pick 1 small step to improve your mental diet. Read just 1 page of a good book. Write 1 sentence in your journal. Say 1 thing you are grateful for. These tiny habits will grow into a stronger, calmer, and wiser you. Because what you feed your mind determines the quality of your life. Take care of your mental diet, and watch your world transform. Have you heard this before? You become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. This isn't just a saying, it's psychology. The people around you shape your mindset, habits, and even your emotional strength. So, who are you choosing to be around? Mentally strong people. Stay calm under pressure. Don't let negativity control them. Bounce back quickly from setbacks. Focus on solutions, not problems. They don't pretend to be perfect, but they manage their emotions well. Being around such people will naturally help you build your own mental strength. Your thoughts and feelings are contagious. When you spend time with anxious, negative people, you start feeling anxious too. When you spend time with calm, positive people, you feel calmer. It's like a social mirror reflecting back your own emotions. Think about a friend who stays calm when others panic. They listen without judgment. They encourage without pressure. Spending time with this friend can teach you how to stay grounded. You learn by example. Their calm becomes your calm. It's not about cutting everyone off. It's about being intentional. Ask yourself, who lifts me up? Who drains my energy? Who challenges me to grow? Seek out those who inspire growth and calm. Limit time with people who spread negativity or drama. Mentally strong people often have habits you can learn. Regular self-care routines. Healthy boundaries. Positive self-talk. Ability to accept failures and keep moving. Observe, ask questions, and try to adopt their mindset. Look for communities or groups where people support each other's growth. It could be a book club, a meditation group, a fitness class, a professional network. Growth thrives in positive, supportive environments. Take a moment to reflect. Who are the people you spend most time with? Do they help you become the best version of yourself? Remember, your environment shapes your destiny. Be mindful. Be intentional. Identify 5 people who inspire you. Spend more time connecting with them. Join groups aligned with your goals. Set boundaries with energy-draining relationships. Be a mentally strong person yourself, attract others like you. Breaking the loop of overthinking and surrounding yourself with mentally strong people are 2 powerful steps toward mental clarity and resilience. They require practice. They require intention. But the payoff is immense. You deserve peace. You deserve strength. You deserve a mind that supports your best life. Today, when a worry loops in your mind, ask, is this helpful? If not, ask, what now? And think about your circle. Who are the 5 people shaping your mind? Make choices today that bring you closer to the peace and strength you seek. To control your mind and live a peaceful, focused life, remember these powerful steps. First, understand that you are not your thoughts. Observe them like clouds passing by, don't attach or react impulsively. Next, practice mindfulness daily to stay present. Use breath awareness meditation or mindful walking to ground yourself in the moment. Then control your inputs. Limit negative news, toxic people, and social media that fuel overthinking. Instead, feed your mind with positive, purposeful content like books, podcasts, and mentors. Also, change your identity, not just your habits. Say I'm a focused person and watch your actions follow your new identity. Create a mental diet, read daily, journal your thoughts, and practice gratitude to nourish your mind like you do your body. Learn to break the loop of overthinking by asking yourself if a thought is helpful. If not, let it go and replace what if with a what now to shift from worry to action. Finally, associate with mentally strong people. Surround yourself with those who stay calm in chaos and inspire growth, because you become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. Remember, controlling your mind is a journey. Start small. Stay consistent. Your peace and success depend on it. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content to help you grow mentally and emotionally. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.